What is up today, guys? I know I've had a few weeks off. Um, just been real busy with life, you know what I'm saying? And then last week it was snowing. It snowed for a day and it was like real cold. But this week it's still a little cool outside. It feels good though. It's like 50, like low 50s out, but it feels like 49 or so. Real kind of cloudy and gloomy today, but I ain't gonna let that stop nobody. You know what I'm saying? So we still going out. We still going on a trail today. And this trail I've been on, me and my wife actually went on it one day, probably about a month or so ago. And I told myself, the next time I go out hiking, I'm going on this trail because it's super nice and pretty, and it wasn't too long, so you could enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And get a nice little walk. Um, it's a little drive, so we're gonna get on the road, and so we're gonna get there, and I'll catch up with you. It is cool enough out to where I'm wearing my pants and a light little hoodie. I think I'll be all right. I mean, to me, with wearing this, it kind of feels good out, but it is cool enough to wear pants or whatever. So, but don't worry, I still got my hiking boots on. So let's get it. Well, I made it. As you can see, it is very much fall outside. All these leaves are falling, so it's probably gonna be pretty through this trail with all the colored leaves and whatnot. But I gotta park across the street. Looks like it's quite a good people here. There's no parking spots over there, so we gotta walk across the street and hit that trail. Let's go. Yeah, I was hoping wouldn't be a lot of people here, but is what it is. Hit this trail. I mean, it feels phenomenal out here. Hit this trail, and I got coffee in me. It's a beautiful day, even though it's cloudy and gloomy. Beautiful day to be out walking a trail, and this is called the Kingfisher Trail. So let's get it. Very much so in the woods. And if we do pass people, I'm just gonna be quiet and keep recording instead of stopping it like how I normally do, because I have a feeling there's gonna be quite a few people on this trail. Because even when me and my wife came about a month ago, there was several people out here. So, but very cool entrance, giving much Sleepy Hollow vibes here. So, and normally you have to pay to get in this park, but when I pulled up, there's nobody at the little box where they sit in there. Nobody in there, and it was closed, and the gate was open. So, and I don't see anybody else's car with a tag on it, so we should be good. What's the worst that can happen? You know, I get towed. Is what it is. A very pretty trail through here. All these leaves have fallen. There's a little bit of a drop off right here. And there is like a little creek that runs all the way down beside this trail, and at one point we should be able to walk pretty close to it. Check it out. We can kind of see it down there a little bit. But very cloudy and gloomy, but feels good out. It's not gonna slow me down any. Not gonna slow me down. That's actually where we'll loop back around right there, that part of the trail. The last time we came through here, obviously there was all leaves on these trees. You could barely see through there due to all the leaves covering it up, but now you can see through there pretty clearly. Here's a little map. I don't know if it has the size of the trail on there, but it's not that big, honestly, but very pretty. And really, this is just an extra little loop. Just depends on which way you want to go. But I think I'm gonna go straight. No? Yeah, this is the way we went, so I'm just gonna go this way. Pretty steep right here. Almost looks like it's gonna rain, but there's no rain on the forecast for today, so that's good. There's a big tree that fell right there. Nice little breeze coming through here. Still a few trees holding on to their leaves, but not many. A little bit of color in here. A light green color. Very pretty through here. Coming up on our first little bridge of the day. No wonder running under it, but very cool old bridge. As you can see, when that breeze comes through here, it feels so good. Like I said, we've already had a snow day. It wasn't that much snow, but enough to cover your windshields a little bit. It didn't really stick to the ground that much. But winter is definitely approaching us. I wanted to get out a little bit more than I have during this cool fall air to kind of enjoy before it gets too cold. You know, because you're not really want to go out much when it's super cold out, but you know how life is. You get busy and stuff happens, so you just gotta do what you gotta do and do the best you can. We're out here enjoying it today, so we're gonna enjoy it. Squirrel. So, nothing like being in the woods. So calming, peaceful. We're at a pretty high elevation right now. Don't know how high, but lots of hills in this area. More bark. I'd much rather be on a trail when it feels like this outside than in the middle of the summer when it's super hot out. Trees there making love. Yeah, but come winter, I do want to do at least one trail in the snow. Hopefully that works out, you know what I'm saying? I just need it to fall, a snow day to fall perfectly on a day that I would go walk a trail, but I don't need it to be too bad to where I can't really drive in it. It's gonna have to work out perfectly if it's gonna happen. But I definitely want to walk a trail with at least a little bit of snow on the ground. Add that to the bucket list. And it can be a trail I've done before, I don't care, you know. Probably could shed the hoodie, but I don't even feel like stopping taking it off. I'll be alright. It really just feels good out, but probably would do alright with just a t-shirt. Got pants on. But yeah, like I said, me and my wife came to this trail, which is surprising. I mean, she actually found it. Which is surprising because normally she don't like the trails that go into the woods like this. It's more my speed, but she done it. I give her props. She even said she would come back, so I was actually a little proud of her there. But it's crazy how much the outdoors can change in just a short month. Being out here, it looks so different as far as the trees and the leaves. Actually, this part of the trail, there's a small little stream running along the side here. There was a little bit of water last time. We'll see if there's any today. I wouldn't even consider that a creek. It's more like a little stream. It's definitely damp. The ground is damp and moist out here, but I don't really see much water in there. Yeah, a few little puddles left. But it might be a little more puddles than what you can actually see with all these leaves that fell on top of it. There was one little spot where there was a nice little flow. Have to see if that's still here. Looks like a lot of it's kind of dried up a little bit. It's sort of wet and muddy right here. Pretty sure that's where that little part was. And a few little drops. Not like it was last time. It was a nice little flow there. But, you know, I like the water. But we'll get to that creek over there soon. And there actually is water in that little creek, so. A little bit there. My wife actually found this trail on TikTok, I believe. But during the fall, obviously, with all the colored trees, it's so pretty in here, and that's really what attracts people to this trail. The bridge right here is pretty cool, because this is kind of a little bit of marsh type area. Normally, a little bit of water out here and whatnot, so. But, look at that bridge. Nice. Alright. Another little map. We started there, came in, took a right, looped all the way around, just went across that bridge. And this is the little creek over here. So on here it looks, they call it a wetland, so I guess that's what it is. But when we came in and we could have went straight, that would just lead you right back here. So we're actually gonna go down this way. And you can walk down, see that water, but there's a spot down here I'm gonna walk down and see the water. So I'm not gonna walk down right here, but you can see it pretty much from right here. I think there's a better spot to walk down over here and get real close to it. But it runs all the way down here. Very pretty. And it's actually pretty open down there, considering. Yeah, some people be stepping down there or looking at it, walking along the side of it. Well, I mean, there's a lot of cars here. I figured I'd see a few people out here. I haven't seen anybody yet, except for at the beginning. They were on the other side, opposite side I was. I don't know where they're at. But very pretty down there. The breeze coming through here. This side right here, it breaks off into two sides. This side is dried up. The other side is still very much got water in there. But this is probably my favorite part of the trail. Goes along the side of this creek here. We can walk out here. Like I said, that it breaks off into two sides. This side's a little dried up. There is people out here, but I'm not even worried about that. Definitely dried up, but it's so pretty. I mean, look at that. Water all the way down. But we'll get back on the trail here. Somebody left a pumpkin out here. It's dead now. I'm not gonna put the camera in their face, but I'll just put it down when we pass them. Anyway, it goes all the way down, very pretty. It's actually pretty deep in some areas, but some of these trees have naturally fallen across it. There's one more spot up here we can go around and kind of get close to that water. Look how that tree has fallen over it, left a hole. I don't even care, I'm kind of furious. I'll get off the trail to look at that. Nope. Just made a big hole there where it fell. Very muddy right here. Gotta be careful. Yeah, it's actually pretty deep right there. Where this tree is falling. It caught a lot of debris in it right there. Yeah, it's pretty deep. Some spots. Look at that. Very muddy. Very muddy out here. Damp. Get back on the trail here. Continue on. Look how that tree is falling, and you can see them like some type of mushroom growing up in the tree there. And that breeze feels so good. Kind of created his own little island right there. Bud Light can in the water. That water looks like it feels good. Yeah, nice body of water here. And it's pretty steadily deep, you know, there's not really many shallow parts in this area right here. It's pretty consistently the same depth, pretty much. Which I would consider this a creek, I don't know. Just have it as wetlands, I guess. It's a lot bigger than it appears. Looks like you can walk out here. People have kind of made their own little trail down to here. Get a good look at it. Love it. Looks like some kind of trail on that side. Not sure what that is. Looks like maybe people just crossed over. And kind of like this one made their own little trail there. I ain't gonna be that guy that puts the camera in people's face when they're walking by trying to enjoy the trail, you know. I ain't gonna be that guy. Small little bridge here. Look how that tree is falling over right there. And there are more people up here in that spot I was planning on going to. Look at the water right there. Hopefully they'll move by the time I get there. These are covered in leaves. Obviously it's so pretty through here. Regardless, it's still pretty right now. Thank God they're getting out of the way. I was looking at them leaves falling out here. There's actually a second trail around the corner. That's probably it that I'm looking over there across that. across the water over there. That's probably it. Which I'm gonna come back next weekend and do that trail. Morning. Doggy coming up. Went off trail here a little bit. So look at this tree. So pretty. Like I was saying, there's another trail I'm gonna try to come back and do next weekend. And I'm pretty sure I can see parts of it over there across. Because when you're out on the main road, you drive, go around the curve, and it's over there on the right, so that's probably it. So this tree is almost grew its way across the little creek here by itself, naturally. You gotta love how aware I am. Because if there's something out here, I'm gonna spot it. So if you pay attention, there is a little baby alligator snapping turtle right here. So basically what happened is the mother, the big girl alligator snapping turtle, will come up here and lay her eggs in this mud. So that one is not that old, probably a couple months, maybe a month to 2 months old, I'm guessing. But he looks fresh out. Love this tree here. Whatever those are. Alright, we're gonna get back on the trail here. But if you just stop, pay attention, most of the time you can notice stuff. So I'm gonna go out to one more part close to the water I want to look at. We'll be about done with this trail. Alligator snapping turtle, baby. And this part is actually the part of the video my wife found on TikTok, where this little bridge is, and it curves. It's not really a bridge, more like a boardwalk, but it curves around here. It's real long and pretty, and with the fall color leaves on there, it just makes for a good video. And that's what we seen on TikTok, that we decided to come make us, it made us decide to want to come out here and look at it, check it out. I'm gonna let this mother and child continue on. I'm not gonna run up behind him with a video camera, but I want to check out this tree here. Just look how it's kind of fallen over, but regrown out of the ground almost, and it's still growing leaves a little bit after they're dead now, but you can see how smooth it is from the water running over it. This bottom part. We're gonna look at this dam that has naturally been made. Sticks and grass and fallen trees kind of naturally made this. Got a nice flow on this side. It's all coming around this side to go around it. So it's naturally pretty deep on this side. Starting to see more people now on this side. Yeah, but just look at this area here. All the way around it. Very pretty. Now these trees hang over, and they've kind of tried to grow out away from these other trees, out and up a little bit, growing towards that sunlight. And this is how close the water is to this boardwalk here. So, but definitely a nice trail to come out at, be in the woods and relax by a little body of water. I guess I'll pass that spot where me and my wife went. No? Okay, here it is. Okay. Yeah, it looks so much different now that all the leaves have fallen off the trees. But when me and my wife was here, we came to this part over here, actually. Took some photos of her sitting on this tree. Since it's sitting so low, you can sit on it. It's actually my screensaver on my phone. But it looks so different just in a short month. Look at the size of these leaves. I'm not sure what kind of leaves these are, but they are massive. These are massive leaves. There's lots of them in that water there. And I don't even want to risk climbing one of these trees and falling. So I don't think I'm going to do that today. Look at the size of this leaf. I mean, that's bigger than my hand. And that one is not as big as some of these out here. It's crazy. But yeah, she sat right here and I took some photos of her. It's actually my screensaver. Very pretty out here. But that's almost it. We're gonna curve back around. We'll be on the way out. Look at these pink leaves. They're still holding on. Curve back around to the start of the trail and then head out. You can see, look down there and see that boardwalk, how long it is. It's where we came from. So I love how it's open and pretty down there, and then the water right behind it. Very cool trail. But this is back where we started. Went right up there and turned right instead of going straight. So now we'll be on the exit. Sleepy Hollow exit, I like to call it. Headless Horseman's gonna come right through here. If you've ever watched Ichiban and Mr. Toad, you know what I'm talking about. These are like them woods he was walking through, or riding through with on his horse. But we're on the exit now, so the trail's definitely worth coming to for sure. Like I said, next weekend I'm gonna come back and do the other trail they have here. I think it's about the same size. But I'm gonna head home, finish my hothead burrito bowl I got. So good. Edit this video, try to get it uploaded today, hopefully, and just get ready for a great day of college football. So my car is approaching, and I'm trying not to video a peaceful walk for this mother and daughter here by running up behind them with a video camera. All about being peaceful when you're on trails, enjoying it. Not gonna ruin a natural moment, but I appreciate you watching if you watch the whole video. If not, just stay tuned for more videos, more hiking videos. Eventually I'm gonna have camping and fishing videos, probably kayaking, magnet fishing, other stuff. So just stay tuned for more videos to come for sure. So one more look at this natural beauty woods here. But we've reached the end of this trail, so appreciate you watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that, and have a good day.